Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Haribhau Vaghire, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Maharaja Jivajirao Shinde Mahavidyalaya, Srigonda, District Ahmednagar. The main aim of this video is only for educational purpose. Our college is affiliated to Savitribai Phule University of Pune, and in this university the syllabus of FY and SYBSc Botany is a choice based credit system. In short form, it is called a CBCS pattern. In this CBCS pattern, there are 2 credits in each paper in each semester, and for FYBSc the name of paper is Plant Morphology and Anatomy. In that paper, last videos we have completed chapter number 1st, that is morphology, and in second chapter we have started the morphology of reproductive parts, and in that morphology of the reproductive parts we have completed flower, then definition of the flower, then parts of the flower, different floral holes, position of the ovary. In this way we have covered most of the syllabus or most of the points, most of the articles from this topic. And the main aim of today's video is to learn about the inflorescence. Then firstly we should know the definition of inflorescence, then types of inflorescence, then morphology of that inflorescence. Then firstly we have to going to learn about the definition of the inflorescence. It is defined as, listen very carefully, it is defined as, it is a specialized branch, it is a specialized branch which bears cluster of flowers, and it comprises main axis, stalks of the individual flowers, bracts, bracteoles, and flowers are produced from floral buds. Then the flowers are produced singly or in cluster. Sometimes it is produced singly or sometimes it is produced in a cluster. Cluster means a group of flowers. Then they are produced at apical region, or sometimes they are produced in axillary region, or that is also known as the intercalary region or position, and in some plants they are produced in extra axillary position. कधी कधी आपल्याला त्या एक्स्ट्रा एक्सिलरी पोझिशनला पण फ्लावर्स आढळतात. Then rachis or peduncle is the main axis of the inflorescence. That is called the peduncle or the rachis. Then inflorescence is the branch with cluster of flowers. Means in inflorescence there is a cluster of the flowers. There are many flowers, they comes together and form a structure, and that structure is called flowers. Then when there is a stalk to the flower, that is called a pedicellate flowers, while the flowers without stalk are called sessile flowers. If there is no stalk, that flower is called a sessile flowers. And in some time the peduncle is usually elongated, but sometimes forms fleshy receptacle. In some plants it is elongated. Then the bracts and bracteoles are specialized leaves. It is colored or sometimes green bracts that covers entire inflorescence, and that is called spathy. We know the inflorescence of the banana. There is a colored spathy that flowers are covered by that leaf like structure. Then rings of many bracts in capitulums are involucres. सूर्यफुलाचं पाहतो आपण. In sunflower there is a involucres, there is a capitulum of bracts. Then the inflorescence show great variation in shape, size. Shape वेगळा आहे, size वेगवेगळी आहे, number of flowers are different. In some cases less flowers are there, single flowers. In some cases, in some plants there are large number of flowers, and the periodicity of their formation is also different in some plants. The period of the formation of the flower or the life of flower or the life of plant is different in different cases. Some plant flowers only one in its life cycle, whereas other flowers they are perennially. We know that annual, biennial and perennial. There are some flowers they have only one day of the life. Impatiens especially. And in this way there are perennially also. Mango plant, the year by year that plant having a flowers. Then which are different types of inflorescence? There are mainly two types of inflorescence, that is racemose and cymose inflorescence. And third type of inflorescence is a special type, means that special type of inflorescence shows both characters of both inflorescence. Then today we are going to learn about racemose inflorescence. See, this is the chart of the racemose inflorescence. Then which are the different points of this racemose inflorescence, or which are the different characteristics of this inflorescence? We know some characters first. Then the first character is that the rachis never terminates in flower. We see this is a flower, and this is you see the different buds are there, but that rachis do not terminate or never terminate in flower. See, there are different buds, but that rachis never terminates. कधीच नाही, त्याचा शेवट फुलाच्या टर्मिनेशन मध्ये होत नाही. That is, the primary axis grows indefinitely. This axis grow indefinitely. We know the definite length of that rachis. We don't know. That is called indefinite growing. Indefinite. There is no definite length of the rachis. Then there is no limit to produce flowers. There are large number of flowers. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and different birds are there. There is no limit to produce flowers. Therefore also called as indefinite or indeterminate inflorescence. Indefinite or indeterminate inflorescence. Then the lowermost flower or outermost flowers opens first. You see here, this is the lowermost flower, it first opened first, and the newly born buds that are closed, but the first flower is opened first and gradually progress upwards to or toward the center. Then this opening of flower is called acropetal or centripetal order respectively. This is called the acropetal order or centripetal orders respectively. In centripetal order, in a capitulum inflorescence, we are found at centripetal order, and the acropetal order is seen in long axis. This is the long axis in Involucre, that is in sunflower. The position is different. This is the long axis. Long axis shows acropetal order. Then the centripetal is found on a condensed flat roundish structure called receptacle. This is a sunflower inflorescence, and this is a flat or condensed structure. It is roundish, and this shows centripetal position or succession. Then on the basis of nature of peduncle, means on the basis of nature of the peduncle, whether it is elongated, ते लांब आहे का, ते short आहे, shortened, suppressed, flattened. The racemose inflorescence has following subtypes. There are different types of racemose inflorescence. That is raceme, then panicle, spike, spadix, catkin, corium, capitate, and campanulate. In this way, there are different subtypes of racemose inflorescence. We see first raceme inflorescence. On the basis of branched or unbranched, main axis is divided into two subtypes on the basis of branching. How many branches? Or branched or unbranched? Means on the basis of branching, there are two types, that is simple raceme and compound raceme. Then what about simple raceme? The primary axis, that is peduncle, is elongated. The peduncle is elongated. This is the primary axis, or peduncle is elongated. It is unbranched. There is no branching. Branching is not there. It is unbranched. Then flowers are pedicellate. What is pedicel? The stalk is there, and the flowers are pedicellate and are arranged acropetal successions. We know that acropetal succession. Now we have discussed about that. Then this is a very common type of inflorescence found in Brassica. मोहरी आपल्याला माहिती आहे सर्वांना. Then mustard, radish, then cleome, cassia, cisalvinia, pulcherrima, shankashoot. In this way, there are different examples of this simple raceme. And what about compound raceme? Which are different examples of compound raceme, and what is the difference between that simple and compound raceme? In compound raceme, the axis is elongated and branched. This is a simple difference. There is one branch, here is a branch. Then the flowers are produced on branches, and it is also called a panicle. Then the flowers are pedicellate, arranged in acropetal succession. And what is the examples of this compound raceme? Peltophora, Yucca, Neem, Azadirachta directa indica, and Gulmohar, that are the examples of compound racemose. Compound raceme. Then another is a spike inflorescence. See, here is a spike inflorescence. What about spike inflorescence? Which are the different characteristic features of the spike inflorescence? Like racemose inflorescence, based on the branched or unbranched peduncle, it may be of two types. It may be of two types. First is a simple spike, and another is a compound spike. Then what about simple spike? The main axis is elongated and unbranched. Elongated axis is there, but it is unbranched. The flowers are sessile. See, they do not have stalk, and that type of flower is called a sessile. And flowers are either unisexual or bisexual. We know that the definition of the unisexual flowers. We know the definition of bisexual flowers also. Either one of the sex organ, that is androecium or gynoecium, is present, it is called unisexual flowers, and when both sex organ, that is androecium and gynoecium, are present, that is called bisexual flowers, and both type of flowers are found in this simple spike inflorescence of spike inflorescence. Then which are the different examples of this spike inflorescence? Acheranthus, Piper, Celosia, मराठीमध्ये कोंबडा म्हणतो आपण. Then Adhatora, Adhunsa cup syrup. That are the examples of simple spike. Then what about compound spike? What is the difference between simple and compound spike? The main axis is elongated and branched. The flowers are sessile. We know that flowers, what is sessile, what is pedicellate? Flowers are either unisexual or bisexual. Means only difference is that the main axis is elongated and branched, but in simple spike there is a unbranched. Then what is the example of this compound spike? Amaranthus, then Polyanthus. That are the different examples of spike, compound spike inflorescence. Then third is the spadic inflorescence. What is spadic inflorescence? It is a spadix and compound spadix type. Means in spadic inflorescence are again divided into two types, that is simple spadix and compound spadix. And we know very well that when there is a simple spadic, there is a unbranched system, and when there is a compound, there is a branching. This is very common and common things we have to understood easily. Then what are these characteristic features of simple spadix? The main axis is unbranched, thick and fleshy. The flowers are unisexual and sessile. Unisexual flowers are there. They are sessile. Then the inflorescence is covered by one or more bracts, and that bract is called spathe. And in some plants, spathe is colored. We know that the banana, red spathe is there. In arum, then Amorphophallus, Erythema. Then in this inflorescence, female flowers are present at the base. See, this is a spathe. This is a colored structure showing the spathe. This is a spathe. And in this inflorescence, female flowers that are present at the base. This is a female flowers. Male flowers are present at the upper part. This is a male flower that are present at the upper part of the axis. And above female flowers, below male flowers, few sterile flowers are also present. And there are some sterile flowers are also present. Means that are inactive flowers. They don't take part in reproduction. Then at the tip of axis is also sterile. त्याचा टिप सुद्धा कसा आहे? Sterile आहे. In this way, there are different characteristic features of simple spadix. Then what about compound spadix? The main axis is branched. There is a unbranched in simple. Here is a branched system. Then the flowers are unisexual and produced in branches. Flowers are unisexual and that are present in branches. Then inflorescence is covered by woody or fleshy spathe. We know that the inflorescence is covered by woody, एकदम hard, लाकडा सारखं woody or fleshy mounsal spathe. An example is coconut. We have seen the structure of the inflorescence of the coconut and banana also. Then umbel inflorescence, another type is umbel inflorescence. Then which are the different characteristic features of umbel inflorescence? You see first characteristic features. The primary axis is very much shortened. This is the primary axis, very much shortened. The flowers are pedicellate. This is a pedicel. The flowers are pedicellate and arise from the top of the axis. This axis के top में से ये flowers निकलते हैं and that are pedicellate. And the pedicels are of equal length. All pedicels have equal length. This, you know. Then due to which the cluster looks like an umbrella, and therefore this structure looks like an umbrella. You see, this is the stalk and that are the different angles of the umbrella. Then the flowers are bracteate. Which are the different characteristics of the flower that are bracteate? Bracts form a fold at the base of the flower called involucre bracts. The example is Prunus calotropis. Then hydrocotyl. In this way there are different examples of the umbel. Coriander is also example. And what about compound umbel? Coriander is an example of compound umbel. Then in compound umbel, the primary axis is shortened and it produces branches from the top. Each branch produces cluster of small pedicellate flowers. The cluster of flowers is referred as umbel, and that cluster of flowers is called umbel, and the order of opening of flower is centripetal. Each umbel is surrounded by a hole of bracteoles called involucre, and the entire inflorescence is subtended by involucre. And example is a coriander and carrot also. Gajar माहिती है गाजर? Carrot is the example of compound umbel. And the last inflorescence, it is not the last, but capitulum inflorescence. Then which are the different characteristic features of capitulum inflorescence? The primary axis is flattened, more or less convex. This is a flat structure. Disc-like structure called receptacle. The receptacle bears numerous sessile flowers known as florets. These are florets. Disc florets and ray florets are present. Then the florets are arranged in a centripetal manner. Each floret has bracts at its base. Then the whole inflorescence is surrounded by a whole of green bracts. This is a green bracts. Whole inflorescence that is covered by these green bracts and collectively called as the involucre, that is called the involucre bracts. And the florets may be alike or in two types. Then in the sunflower and tridax, we know that tridax, एक दांडी म्हणतो मराठीमध्ये त्याला आपण. The capitulum has two types of florets, that is ray florets and disc florets. Ray florets are found in the periphery and the disc florets that are present in the center. Disc floret at the center, ray florets are at the periphery, बाजूला, साइडला, कडेला. And the ray florets are structurally female. Ray florets कसे असतात? Female structure असतं, but are sterile, but do not take part in reproduction, that is sterile flowers are there, and the disc florets are fertile. Disc florets that takes part in fertilization in Lagacia. Lagacia mollis is another name of the plant, and Fornonia capitulum has only one type of florets, that is a disc floret ऑल फ्लावरेट्स आर फर्टाईल. सगळे त्यातले जे फ्लोरेट्स असतात ते फर्टाईल असतात. हे लॅगॅशिया मुलिस या प्लांटमध्ये. अँड कॅटकिन इन्फ्लोरेसन्स इज अनदर एक्झाम्पल. इज अ कॅटकिन इन्फ्लोरेसन्स. Then in catkin inflorescence it is a pendulous spike, pendulum, lambak with main axis is elongated. त्याचा main axis कसा असतो? elongated असतो. It bears naked, pistillate or staminate flowers. Flowers are naked. That is called pistillate, or that is also known as the staminate flowers. But not both. Only staminate, either staminate or pistillate. Both are not present at the same time. The example is a mulberry. We have eaten the fruits of mulberry. Then, and last inflorescence is a corymb type of inflorescence. Then what about corymb inflorescence? Which are different characteristic features of corymb inflorescence? The main axis is short. Lower flowers have much longer pedicels than the upper ones, so that all the flowers are brought more or less to the same level. That is a corymb inflorescence. And the candy fruit or eyeberries is the example of this corymb inflorescence. And Crataegus calpodendron is another example of corymb inflorescence. In this way, today we have learned about the inflorescence. What is the definition of inflorescence? Then especially racemose inflorescence, and in special that racemose inflorescence, we have studied a different type, that is simple raceme, compound raceme, spike inflorescence, simple spike, compound spike, spadic inflorescence, then umbel inflorescence, capitulum, catkin and corymb. And if you want to see more videos of FYBSc and SYBSc, please visit to Dr. Vaigre's biology channel. Thank you.